welcome back to my channel. Today I recently have been going through blogs, Lolita blogs from all the way back to 2001 and I've come across an interesting topic. Pure maidens, which were basically the lifestyle Lolitas of old school Lolita back then. And it's unclear whether they were actually real or if they were just a way of Lolitas to prove that they were more Lolita, as back then resources were not as abundant and it was way harder than it is today to get Lolita. Pure maidens were actually appear to be quite interesting. I found this quiz, Are You a Pure Gothic and Lolita quiz. I've been finding stuff about pure maidens on a couple of blogs. So some things about pure maidens is that they followed, what's his names again? Takamata Nobara's, a lot of Takamata Nobara's teachings. Pure maidens were often big fans of his. Anyways, I'll talk to you about his teachings in a moment. But first, let's see what the pure maiden quiz was. Do you want to become a doll, or do you like artificial things? So pure maidens appear to have been more doll-like than your current lifestyle Lolita, as some Lolitas would like to distinguish ourselves between Lolitas and dolls, while others lean more towards, it doesn't really matter what others think. Another question number 2 is, my blood is not red, I think it is pink or blue. I don't even know if I have any. Again, a very interesting view, but let's see here. You hate sloppy clothes. It's not just in your clothing, but you like to have rules in your life. Or you prefer living conventionally. You don't like clothes that show off too much skin. You want corsets. You wouldn't mind being born in a time where there's a caste system. You would like there to be a master-servant relations. Of course, acting as a prince or princess would be wonderful. But also the image of being a maid or butler and devoting yourself to others is appealing to you. So pure maidens seem to be a bit different. Again, much different than our current lifestyle Lolitas, as these are more doll-like, delicate. They live by certain rules. Some of them even follow the princess code, which is a lot less extreme than the pure maiden lifestyle might be. I personally think it might have been just to distinguish themselves from, oh hey, we're actual Lolitas rather than we're Idas. Because again, back then it was very, very hard to get a hold of lots of different Lolita stuff. The person you like most is yourself. If you fell in love with a guy, you would never change what you wear or your hobbies for them. But before that, you'd have to toss him. When you see lace peeking out of your sleeve, you feel really good. When you wear clothes that are not Gothic or Lolita, you feel lousy. Hold on, let me just move this in front of me. You own a castle in Europe. You wish to live in Europe. You can name 5 castles in Europe. It seems to be, you collect photos of pretty people. So if possible, you would like to be a person who exists eating nothing but rose petals. It seems like they enjoy rose petals and sweets. And in some of the comments, people have said that they had 3 pure maiden friends, one of which followed the princess code without realizing it. This is like lolly points and stuff. There's a second quiz. Hold on, let me see what the second part contains. You have good posture. Another big part of it is speaking well, good posture, etiquette. You really want to be pale. You bring a parasol with you everywhere. Bringing a parasol with you everywhere appears to be a recurring theme in pure maidens. Although some of this seems to just be otaku culture for this quiz, but I haven't found another pure maiden quiz, so I'm not completely sure. But I believe the Fya Lolita blog had something about pure maidens, because that's how I found out about them. Hold on. because I know. Okay, yeah, the pure maiden Lolita lifestyle to the extreme. It's like more kamikaze girls. Okay, so a checklist would be like how they love dolls, they're fragile, they like poetic stuff in every way, they have nightgowns for when they're not in Lolita, they have elegant stuff. Another common criteria that appears to be would be sewing your own Lolita stuff by hand, being very interested in Japan and how Japanese Lolitas do things, always having a parasol, again, focused on the more pale aspect, more doll-like. So moving on, they were also appear to have, a good portion of them appear to have followed Takamado Nobara's teachings. I haven't been able to find too many of his teachings. I'm not going to go over his mini stories as they do cover more sensitive topics, and my channel is really new, so I don't want it to just burn down for covering really, really sensitive topics. But the 3 articles I have found by him are I Don't Need Things Like Friends, A Lolita Shell, and A Psychology Gentle on Love. So I don't need things like, so I guess a lot of Lolitas back then might not have had the most friends or something. Let me see. Being a maiden, here's a quote, being a maiden is an absolute existence, and by being absolute is a definition of uniqueness and cannot be compared to others. And so maidens have no companions. Like canon gangster movies, maidens have a cool independence. They say things like, if I opened my heart to people, I gotta make friends. But opening your heart is sacrilege, and you mustn't do that. A maiden's heart is her glittering jewel and should not be shown to others recklessly. A maiden stands coldly like a glass pane that seems it would shatter if it touched, encased in a hard shell for protection, and the maiden tightly bound in a web of honey gazing at people. It's okay if people say you're an arrogant child or a gloomy child. Thank you for being gorgeously aristocratic like Madame Butterfly, and it is an indispensable part of being an independent princess. So I honestly see in this theme that maybe some people might have followed him because this lifestyle might have been a salvation for them, because it showed them, hey, I don't need other people, or something along the lines of that. I got this from lemon.biz/psycho_lolita/translation/Serena1.html. So if you want to check, I wish I could link it, but I don't think YouTube wants me linking stuff until I verify, and I don't feel like verifying just yet. Another thing was the Lolita shell, which would basically be like, if they come across something bad, they cry. If they don't have anything trouble you, and they say life is like something round, and like the more rounder for more protection. So like round things should be protected and cherished or something. So that's again another interesting viewpoint. Let me see if I can find anything more on pure maidens. Hold on. Sorry. I didn't script this as I don't script any of my posts. But I really found this interesting, like something I had to share with you guys. So yeah, there were a lot of old, like, I find that back then there was a lot more sad. There was this one article, Novella's Princesses Love Me Mean, and I really, really want to know what was in it. However, the link won't work for me for the translation. So if any of you guys have links to more of Novella's work, I would really appreciate to see that. If you guys want more on Pure Maidens, leave a like and comment down below, and maybe I'll do research to look into it. Thank you for stopping by. Have a lovely day. Bye bye. I really hope you enjoyed today's video.